Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled that you're here. And today I'm going to talk to you about the Use It Up affirmation method. So this is just a name that I came up with for something that I do with an affirmation that is what I call using it up. And so I talked about on Friday how I select one affirmation for my focusing work on something I'm manifesting, and I really stick with it. So the part that I didn't talk about is that I stick with it, and I stick with it until I use it up. And so think about when you have something that you can use over and over again, but it does have a lifespan, like a sponge. And you can use a sponge several times, but it will get old and dirty and fall apart, and where it's still a sponge, but you don't really use it anymore. You don't want to use it. It's not appealing. And that's what I do with my affirmations. And usually by the time I use it up, that's when my manifestation comes into my 3D reality. So let's just talk a little bit about how this works. So I do that step that I talked about on Friday. I brainstorm a bunch of different affirmations, and I really sit with them, and I pay attention to how they affect my body. And I select the one when I get that feeling of like, oh yes, this is it. I felt relief. I feel good. This gives me the feeling that I want to have. And then I go to town. I start saying it. I start repeating it in my imagination. I start using it on my walks, when I'm washing the dishes, whenever I choose to affirm. I just say that one affirmation over and over again until it definitely loses that feeling that I first had, like when I first select it. Like it's no longer giving me relief. It's just the affirmation I say. But I'm still really comfortable with it. I'm still really, it's kind of neutral. Like I feel pretty neutral about it. It's just words that I'm saying, but like the image still is good. I still feel pretty good about it. And I just keep going with it. I keep going with that affirmation. And then I reach a point in affirming where I'm just like a little bit over it, right? Like I've affirmed this and I've affirmed it. And this affirmation is just I'm just kind of over it. And almost to the point that I don't know how to say this because it's not totally true, but I don't have another way to explain it. Like, I almost don't even care if I get the manifestation or not. Like, I'm just so over saying this affirmation that, whatever. And so that sort of serves for me the purpose of releasing kind of my resistance. I'm like, okay, my life is good. I'm good. Everything is good. I'm ready to stop saying this affirmation. And then I choose, and this is what I choose for myself. You don't have to choose this if this doesn't feel good to you, to keep going just a little tiny bit longer, just a little bit more. And it's not like I'm affirming out of fear. I'm definitely not. I'm just choosing to do it because I'm just like, okay, it's like an active discipline for just a few more days of my focusing work. And then I stop. Now, I don't always have my manifestation when I choose to stop. But I usually get it very shortly thereafter. Like just a couple of days. And here's my manifestation. And so that's just a method I've used with affirming. Now, I've not really done it with anything else. I've not done it with scripting. I've not done it with visualizing or inner conversations. I've really only done this with affirming. And I just use up an affirmation. Like I go through that whole process from really finding the affirmation and loving it. And then I focus on it and I say it and I just, I love it. I become neutral to it. And then I become a little bit sick of it. Like it's used up. That's the name of the method. And so then I'm kind of done. I'm done and I stop and I live my life. This is the other important part of this is that once that's over, the whole time it's going on, first of all, I'm living my life. And then I go on and live my life. And if the manifestation comes to mind and it hasn't come into my 3D reality yet, maybe I do toss in a couple more of those affirmations or toss in an inner conversation about it or a visualization. But I'm just kind of over it and I'm living my life. And then here comes my manifestation. So I wanted to share that with you today. Thank you so much for listening. May you manifest exactly what you want.